Tokyo. The bustling capital of Japan is filled with amazing sights and attractions that are sure to delight any traveler. One of the best places to visit in Tokyo is the Shibuya district, which is known for its lively atmosphere and fashion-forward boutiques. Here you can find the famous Shibuya Crossing, which is the busiest pedestrian intersection in the world, as well as the famous Hachiko statue, a popular meeting spot. Another must-visit destination in Tokyo is the Meiji Shrine, a tranquil oasis in the heart of the city. This Shinto shrine is dedicated to Emperor Meiji and Empress Shoken and is surrounded by a beautiful forest that provides a peaceful escape from the busy streets. If you're looking for a taste of Tokyo's traditional culture, then head to the Asakusa district, where you'll find the historic Sensoji Temple. This ancient Buddhist temple is the oldest in Tokyo and is surrounded by a bustling market filled with traditional Japanese souvenirs and street food. Finally, no visit to Tokyo is complete without a trip to the top of the Tokyo Skytree, which is the tallest tower in the world.
Now, in present day, it has become one of the nation's capitals of industry and commerce, and is the home of many successful Japan-based international businesses, the most notable being the Toyota Company. Here are our top 5 recommendations in Nagoya. Number 5. The SC Maglev and Railway Park. Opened in 2011, this museum introduces the history and future of Japanese trains with an emphasis on the Shinkansen and the Maglev. Visitors can explore many of the retired train cars on display, which range from historic steam engines to modern-day bullet trains. The museum also has train simulator experiences and is home to one of Japan's largest train dioramas, which has miniature trains running through incredibly detailed recreations of Osaka, Nagoya, and Tokyo. The museum is run by the Central Japan Railways Company, or JR Central, who built the country's first Shinkansen line ever constructed. To this day, the Tokaido Shinkansen, which connects Tokyo and Osaka, remains the nation's busiest and most popular long-distance train route. By the late 2020s, JR Central plans to open a new maglev train line between Nagoya and Tokyo that'll cut the travel time between the two cities from 100 minutes down to only 45. Number 4. Hitsumabushi. Like all regions of Japan, Nagoya has its own local specialty cuisine items like teibasaki, misokatsu, miso nikomi, and kishimen. But perhaps the most well-known dish is hitsumabushi, which is freshwater eel, or unagi, that is typically grilled, slathered in a rich, dark sauce, and served over rice. Nagoya's take on the dish is served in a traditional wooden bowl accompanied by a plate of condiments and a pot of tea or broth. Diners eat hitsumabushi by splitting the serving of eel into 4 portions. For the first portion, scoop the eel into the rice bowl and eat it straight in order to savor the flavor of the eel. The second portion, eat with the condiments added. For the third portion, season to taste with the condiments you liked from before, but this time, add the tea or broth. The final portion can be eaten however you like. Starting around 2,000 to 3,000 yen per person, this dish is relatively expensive, but worth the price if you want to experience the best food the region has to offer. Number 3. Nagashima Resort. Only a 45-minute bus ride from downtown Nagoya in neighboring Mie Prefecture is one of Japan's most popular vacation locales, Nagashima Resort. The resort has 6 main attractions. First is Nagashima Spa Land Amusement Park, which is known as Japan's best destination for roller coasters alongside Fuji-Q Highland in Yamanashi Prefecture. Next is the outstanding Iwami no Shima Hot Spring Complex that has, in our opinion, Japan's best man-made outdoor onsen. Then there is the Joyful Water Park with a variety of water slides and swimming pools, the Anpanman Museum for Kids, and the Jazz Dream at Nagashima Outdoor Shopping Mall. Finally, about a 15-minute bus ride away is Nabana no Sato, an expansive flower park with a variety of gardens, a unique Fuji-shaped observation deck, and which also offers seasonal illumination events at night. Number 2. Toyota-related sites. The Toyota Company is one of Japan's largest international companies. Near Nagoya Station, the Toyota Commemorative Museum of Industry and Technology, also called the Toyota Techno Museum, brings visitors through a history of the company and demonstrates many of its automotive technologies. About 45 minutes to the east is the Toyota Automobile Museum, which shows off a large selection of historical cars, both international and domestic. And finally, in nearby Toyota City, next to the company's headquarters, is the Toyota Kaikon, where the latest car models are displayed. Occasionally there are robot shows, and visitors can take plant tours. Number 1. Nagoya Castle. During the Edo period, Nagoya was the base of one of the 3 branches of the Tokugawa clan, and therefore one of the richest and most powerful castle towns in the entire nation. As a result, today the castle grounds are expansive and pleasant to explore. Also, although it's a concrete reconstruction, the main keep is quite impressive, and there are plans to rebuild it using all original materials in the 2020s. Throughout the year, the castle grounds are a popular place to hold events such as cherry blossom viewings and a summer festival during June, to name a few. But what sets modern-day Nagoya Castle apart is its reconstructed palace. Because most palaces around the country have been destroyed and only the keeps preserved, many tourists aren't aware that Japanese castles even had palaces. But in fact, the palace was the most important part of the castle complex and served as the residence, offices, and reception hall for the ruling lord and his family. Using all original materials, Nagoya has painstakingly reconstructed its castle's palace to be as close to the original as possible, so visitors get a similar experience as to what it was like to explore the palace when the Tokugawa walked its halls. Of course, there's much more to see and do in Nagoya, but we hope this top 5 list gives you a good place to start.
Number 1. Shiroyama Park. Shiroyama Park is a pretty little park in Kagoshima which is famous for the Shiroyama Observatory. Here you will find that you can see all over the city, and this is also one of the most significant historical spots in Kagoshima, as this was the spot where the Satsuma Rebellion took place in 1887. There is a cave in the park called Seigo Cave, which is linked to the local Kagoshima resident Seigo Takamori, which fought in the rebellion, and this is said to be the place where he fought to the death as part of the rebellion. Number 2. Ferry Ride. If you want to check out Sakurajima Volcano in all its glory but don't want the hike, then you can take a scenic ferry ride from Kagoshima Harbor over to the island that the volcano sits on. There are ferries that operate daily between the 2 points, and it only takes around 15 minutes to make the journey, but this is still one of the best ways to enjoy the amazing scenery for which Kyushu is so famous. Number 3. Senganen. Also known as Iasotayan, Senganen is a gorgeous section of gardens in Kagoshima which are said to date from 1658. In the days of old, the gardens would have been designed by a Shimazu lord, but they are still every bit as impressive now as they would have been back then. Number 4. Sagadan no Kasayaki. If you happen to be in Kagoshima in July, then make sure that you don't miss one of its premium attractions, which is the Sagadan no Kasayaki Festival. This is also known as the Umbrella Burning Festival, and it features male residents walking down to the Katsukigawa River and setting fire to umbrellas. Number 5. Shokoshusaiken. Shokoshusaiken is a museum in Kagoshima which used to be the home of the first factory in Japan, which would have stood in the 1850s. The museum is known for its antiques that relate to the famous Shimazu family in Kagoshima, and you will find some 10,000 different items in the collections here, which include beautiful calligraphy pieces, ceramics, and glassware. Number 6. Tsurumaru Castle. Tsurumaru Castle is known as the castle which would have been owned by the Shimazu family. As with many castles in Japan, however, Tsurumaru Castle would have been destroyed in the days of old, and the only original sections that still stand are the moat and the outer wall. Number 7. Sakurajima. Sakurajima is an active volcano which overlooks the town of Kagoshima, and you can get to the smoldering mountain by taking a ferry across from Kagoshima Harbor. To hike to the main lookout here takes around 2 hours, and there are also a few other smaller lookouts on the way up which let you get a look at both the mountain and back over to the harbor and city of Kagoshima. Number 8. Local tipple. Kagoshima is famous in Japan for its liquor, which is similar to something like vodka and is known as shochu. This tipple is made from sweet potatoes, and you can get this drink, also sometimes known as imojachu, all over the city. Number 9. Kagoshima Train. If you are in Kyushu, then one of the best things that you can do is take a train journey, as this part of Japan is said to be one of the most scenic in the country. One of the most famous railway lines here is the Hizatsu line, and you can travel to neighboring spots like Yashimatsu and Hideyoshi. Number 10. Kagoshima Sakurajima. Sakurajima is the active volcano that looks out over Kagoshima, and it lies on a volcanic island across from the main harbor. With that in mind, you can take the ferry across to the island, or, if you are looking for an adventure, you can sea kayak across to Sakurajima.
Nagasaki. Nagasaki is known for being the location of the second atomic bomb during World War II. Its Peace Park and museum honor the bomb's victims, while the area around it boasts natural beauty and historic sites. Visit Glover Garden to view well-preserved homes of foreign residents from the late 1800s and early 1900s, offering stunning views of Nagasaki. The traditional Nagasaki Kunchi Festival happens every October, featuring vibrant dancers, music, and floats. A stroll in the lively Chinatown is a must, with its plethora of restaurants, shops, and street food serving delicious Chinese cuisine.
Planning a trip to Busan this year? Number 9. Gwangali Beach. Known for its iconic bridge, Gwangali is a favourite amongst Busan Ryukdo Skywalk. For a great view and a little adrenaline rush, Ryukdo Skywalk is a glass-floored sky bridge jutting out of the cliffside at the start of the Ikide Trail, giving you a great view of the Ryukdo Islands and the next S4, Bunyo Culture Village. My personal favourite culture village here is also known as the Santorini of Busan due to its blue and white buildings and great ocean views. Number 2. Blue Line Park Skytrams. Near the aforementioned oldest attraction in Busan is its newest. The iconic colourful Skytrams are a great way to see the Busan coastline and Hyundai Beach in all its glory. For an extra special tram ride, book it at sunset for a spectacular view of the Busan skyline and the number one thing to see in Busan. Of course, no trip to Busan is complete without visiting its crowning jewel, Hyundai Beach. With its white sands and soaring skyline, it's a place for many to relax from the hustle and bustle of Seoul and catch a wave or two. If you're here during the summer months, you can catch the Sand Festival right along the waterfront. That's it for our top 10 sites to see while you're in Busan. For guides on all these sites in more detail, check out my other videos, and consider subscribing.
Hiroshima. Hiroshima is a city that's renowned for its tragic history, but it's also a city that's full of hope and optimism. Visit the Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park. This park is dedicated to the victims of the atomic bomb that was dropped on the city during World War II. It includes a museum, monuments, and memorials that honor the victims and promote peace. Explore Miyajima Island. This island is known for its beautiful scenery and it's home to the Itsukushima Shrine, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. You can also hike up to Mount Missen for stunning views of the surrounding area. Visit Hiroshima Castle. This historic castle was built in the 16th century and has been restored after being destroyed in the atomic bombing. It now serves as a museum of Hiroshima's history. Take a walk along the Matoyasu River. The river runs through the city and offers a peaceful respite from the hustle and bustle of the city. Visit the Shukeien Garden. This traditional Japanese garden was first built in 1620 and has been restored after being destroyed during the war. It features a variety of flora and fauna, including a large pond and a tea house.
The city of Beppu. Beppu is actually home to
Arguably the main attraction in the whole of Beppu, the Seven Hills are an essential part of any Oita Beppu visit. They are a collection of natural hot springs with various different geological features. From bubbling mud to steaming geysers and fiery pools, the hells can easily take up a whole morning or afternoon of your trip. Once buried, you are left to relax for about 15 minutes before being dug out. What makes it so special here is the unique view of the sea and Oita Bay, which adds to the amazing experience.
Now to my favorite topic, which is food, specifically
Kyoto. Kyoto is a must-visit destination for anyone interested in Japanese culture, history, and natural beauty. One of the best places to visit in Kyoto is the Fushimi Inari Taisha Shrine, which features thousands of bright orange torii gates that form a winding path through the surrounding forest. Another must-see destination in Kyoto is the Kinkakuji Temple, also known as the Golden Pavilion. This stunning temple is covered in gold leaf and is surrounded by a tranquil pond and garden. For those interested in traditional Japanese architecture and gardens, the Genkakuji Temple and its beautiful moss garden offer a peaceful retreat. Another popular destination is the Kiyumizu-dera Temple, which boasts a stunning panoramic view of Kyoto from its main hall.
Since ancient times, Mount Fuji has been closely watching over our nation, Japan, and the port of Shimizu lies at its base. History. Culture. And beautiful scenery. Delicious food and unforgettable encounters. Born from the blessings of the sea and mountains. She has enchanted people from around the world. Mount Fuji changes every season. She is sure to provide you with thrilling and heartfelt memories.
Boasts a rich cultural heritage, stunning natural beauty, and a unique blend of modern and traditional attractions. From the bustling metropolis of Tokyo to the serene beauty of Kyoto, Japan has something to offer every traveler.